And that's why, to me, I think that there's never like, if they make a Half-Life 3, that is very doubtful that will happen. I think that's why they haven't made a Half-Life 3. In my honest opinion, I think that's the reason why there hasn't been a Half-Life 3. Because could you imagine if Half-Life 3 got lambasted? Seriously, if Half-Life 3 ever got lambasted? Like, people would not use Source anymore. Like, the amount of games that rely on the Source engine and Valve's integrity to that engine. And if Half-Life 3 come out and it was shit, like, people would lose their jobs. People would lose their fucking minds. Yeah, but Unreal Engine and Unity do not have the sort of company like Valve behind it. If they made Half-Life 3, it would have to be PC only, which would probably never fly. It would have to be native 4K, like 4K 60, at least. I don't know if it'll be VR, but I wouldn't doubt the fact that it would be VR. But honestly, it would, if it was shit, I'm telling you right now, the people would go apeshit. Not only would they have to make a new Source engine, I'm willing to bet they would probably have to remake the Source engine or make Source Engine V2 or something like that. Oh my god, the fucking requirements that they would have to make, and the risk of doing it would be so much more greater. I mean, come on, we've seen what's happened with games when they don't live up to a promise. I mean, okay, at the same breath, no, they shouldn't be able to get away with that shit. Whoa! They shouldn't be able to get away with that shit either, but you know full well if Half-Life 3 was not the best mind-blowing, game-changing game ever to come out on the PC, then people would, like, for a while at least, not use the Source engine. They would spam Valve. They would be like, oh, hashtag boycott Steam and everything. It would be fucking huge. It would be detrimental to Steam. And I can guarantee you, absolutely fucking guarantee you, that Origin or Uplay would be like, oh, you don't want to go with that shit company. They made Half-Life 3. You know, and it's honestly, it's such a risk to make Half-Life 3. Especially now. Like, with nowadays with social media, the way it is and how rife things can go, I think it's too big of a risk. You know what, Jiv? I would wholeheartedly agree with you. I would wholeheartedly agree with, like, me being over dramatic. But how many people have... Right, okay. I know that this was a shit game. Alright? I know that this was a shit game, but look how mad people went over No Man's Sky. Right, okay, yes, it was a shit game. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a shit game. But my point is look how mad that was over that sort of game. Could you imagine something with Valve's reputation and the fact that so many games rely on the Source engine and that reputation of Valve behind it? I mean, like, you take like the CSGO games and stuff like that. Holy fuck balls. If Half-Life 3 was even a slight bit shit, how much impact that would have. I know it's over dramatic, but seriously. There's more than one example of it as well on the internet. Could you imagine something like with Valve? It would seriously probably be the second gaming crash. And I know that sounds heavily overdramatic. I mean, like the second gaming crash for Steam. Look how flighty, like, look how flighty and, I can't remember the fucking word. Not frail. It does begin with an F. I'm not sure. But, literally, it would be the worst lambasting ever. It would be the worst lambasting ever. Yeah, but the thing is, I have not played Resident Evil 7 as much as I say Bray Wyatt, Wet Dream and all that bollocks. I admit, I haven't played it. I've seen a lot of it, but I haven't played it, so it might be a really, really goddamn good game. I will get it one day and try it out. But, look how bad Capcom's reputation is now. If they didn't say make Resident Evil 5 and 6, right? If they didn't make Resident Evil 5 and 6 and they come out with like Resident Evil 7 as the next Resident Evil, holy fuck, that would have sold so fucking much. Much more. I mean, okay, yeah, I know that the games market and everything has changed, but still, it would have sold a bit more with a bit more better reputation. Oh, honestly, I would love to agree with you, Jib, but from what I've seen of the examples of some fucking things that have happened in this gaming history, I would love to agree with you, but honestly, it would be one of the worst lambastings in history. Yeah, but the thing is that it would hurt Steam a lot. It would hurt Steam a lot. Imagine it. The game Half-Life 2 more or less was the birth of Steam. Was more or less the birth of Steam with Half-Life 2. Could you imagine if Half-Life 3 is shit? How many memes would be made like, oh, Half-Life 2 invented Steam. It was awesome. Half-Life 3 ruined it. Honestly, it would be the worst lambasting ever. I can guarantee you, and I bet that is the sole reason why they have not made Half-Life 3. Because Steam is too big. And they know full well that other companies are just chomping at the fucking bit for them to fuck up. Hell, I'm even willing to bet they would pay people to downrate it. Well, to be honest, Jiv, after what it took the YouTube is over party, then the YouTube boycott, which okay, I admit was an overreaction, But all it took was one article for them to start hemorrhaging money. YouTube at the moment is, well, I don't know how it is now, but at one point it just took one article. Took one article for them to start hemorrhaging money. Well, the thing is, Jiv, is that I'm not saying that, oh, the boycott thing was successful, but sales of that game have gone down dramatically. I mean, okay, yeah, no one wanted Advanced Warfare and whatnot, but sales for that game have been heavily decreasing. Like, not just by like 10% or 20%, it was like half from one game to the next. Yeah, but that's 2009, Jiv. I'm talking about now. Yeah, back in 2009. I'll fully agree with you. I really would, Jiv. Honestly, I would totally and utterly agree with you. You know, back in 2009, yes, I would completely agree with you, but not now. No way, not now. Sort of Solo. To me, it's kind of like a theory. To me, it's more like a theory. I just think personally... Ah, fuck off! High-fiving my head. I just think personally that because Steam is so big now, and Valve... come on! And Valve is so big now, and still has a damn good reputation. If they were to... Because they haven't made... Well, I don't think they've made any games to truly fuck it up. You know? And Steam, for all of the fuck-ups that have happened sometimes, nothing has been as monumental as, say, if, like, Half-Life 3 come out and it was shit. I would hate to think... What's the thing? Battlefield 1 was not actually that bad. I've got it myself. I prefer Titanfall 2 over Battlefield 1. But Battlefield 1 didn't sell too bad. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Oh, I thought you said Battlefield. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Chiv. No, Battlefront. Battlefront. Yes. No, Battlefront was a shit show. And people and the sales, like, after a while, like, yes, it did sell well at first, but then people started, like, not play. It was dead. That game was dead within a month. That game was dead within a month. Battlefront. It's just like, I think, I mean, I would love to see it, right? I would love to see Half-Life 3, personally, but I think, at least for now, right, and I think, maybe, ooh, I think the only way that Half-Life 3 would truly happen... Oh, yeah, you'll always get people that will be like, oh, God, it's going to be good this time. Yeah, you know, it takes a few games and a few punches to the face to make them realize maybe it's not going to be as good, you know. But believe me, so, like, say if Battlefront, not Field, Battlefront 2 is shit, then people will be like, It'll be like the Molyneux cycle, the Peter Molyneux cycle, where eventually people will just get tired of their shit. Eventually, it takes time, but it does happen. Yeah, like the Sonic games. Like the Sonic games. That's the thing. Like eventually, I mean, take a look at like, the latest Call of Duty, Star Wars Battlefront. Like it dropped off the fucking map within a month. There are so many examples where people get so pissed off in the end. I mean, apart from the diehards that they could literally, like, I don't know, build some games, they could build them with cows and they will, you know, Star Wars The Cows Edition, and they would still fucking buy it, you know. But I think if something like Half-Life 3 was to come out and it was shit, holy fuck. Holy fuck. I mean, I remember when Duke Nukem Forever come out and people were so mad. I mean, so fucking mad. And that game was in development for what? 12 years? 14 years? And people went fucking apeshit over Duke Nukem Forever. And I can understand that, you know. But with the way things are today, I can, from a business perspective, as well as a gaming perspective, I can understand why they've not made Half-Life 3. Well, that's what I mean. If Half-Life 3... I mean, Half-Life has one of the largest cult followings. Sorry, I'm actually going to put this on a vaping break because I'm going to be ending my stream in a bit. But if Half-Life 3 was shit, it's already got a large cult following. It's one of the games that made Steam happen. It's one of the games that made Steam a thing today. So it is like, I think that's one of the reasons, apart from it being still a good game today, I still think I think that's one of the reasons why Half-Life 2 is hailed as like one of the biggest games, because it was not just a game changer for the PC, it was a game changer for PC gaming as a whole. If Half-Life 3 come out and it was shit, oh my fucking god, it would be bad. It would be so fucking bad. And not only that, like, I think Half-Life 2 was the first game to win Game of the Decade or something like that, some really high up prestigious honor. And if Half-Life 3 come out and any one person thought it was shit, I agree, Jiv, there are some idiotic people that will buy those sort of things, but honestly, do it enough times. Look at Resident Evil. People were so pissed off at Resident Evil, in the end, they more or less had to smack the reboot button. So that's the thing, Solo. I know you like the games, you know, but there was enough frustration there to warrant more or less a whole fucking reboot. You know what I mean? It's just like, I think our following Resident Evil 4 was going to be difficult anyway, because Resident Evil 4 was more or less the game. I know that there was games out there already, but it was one of the games that brought back the third-person shooting style game. But that's the thing. Like, Resident Evil 4 was going to be a hard follow-up, but man, did they drop the ball with it. I mean, I just don't like Resident Evil 5. I think because it was the follow-up to 4 and everything, but I just think personally, to me, when it comes to Half-Life 3, I just think it would be a bad idea. Like, from business to gamer, I think it would be terrible. I have no doubt in my mind that I would probably love Half-Life 3. Honestly, I would probably absolutely love Half-Life 3. But I know full well that there are people foaming at the fucking mouth for Valve to come out, right, or Valve Steam or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, and they want to totally lambast the fuck out of them. I mean, look what happened. Just another example. Look what happened. Look what happened to Nintendo when some people got upset about the reveal of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, like, honestly, like, look what happened to Nintendo after the reveal of the Nintendo Switch. The stock prices went down, all this sort of shit happened. I mean, now, fortunately, the Nintendo Switch has sold very, very well. Like, it's sold very, very well, right? And thankfully that happened. But my point is that there was enough shit at the beginning where it could have gone so fucking bad. So could you imagine something that is like the foundation of PC gaming like coming out as shit? Or if anyone thinks it's mediocre, holy fuck hell. Oh, honestly, I would love to do that. Like, sit around with you guys and actually, like, have a few drinks and talk about this kind of stuff. It would be fucking cool. It would be so fucking cool. Exactly. Yeah. Jiv, honestly, perfect. You're right nail on the head right there. You hit the nail the nail right on the head. Right, the Xbox One I don't think is a bad console. Right, I've got one, and I don't think it's a bad console at all. But look what happened right at the beginning of that fucking console. It was horrible. It got absolutely lynched. It took them nearly 2 years to actually bring anyone around to actually properly buy the fucking thing. And that's the thing, I wanted to get an Xbox One. I really wanted to get an Xbox One. But as soon as I heard about what they were doing with it right at the start, I was like, fuck no. Right, to me, I'm not bothered about what brand it is. Like what brand a particular console, what it is. I'm more worried, especially as we're more internet centric now. We are way more internet centric with gaming than any other time. And the fact that they were literally gonna be watchdogging us all the fucking time with the Xbox One. Holy fuck, look what happened to it. And yes, the PlayStation 3 as well. And that was Sony being all Mr. I am the big fucking balls because of fucking PlayStation 2. Which is ironic, actually, because that's the PlayStation 3 was more or less what Microsoft were like with the Xbox One. But this is my point, though, that I could not imagine what the fuck would happen if something like that happened with Half-Life 3. Honestly, that's, you know what? I am not joking with you guys when I say this. The thought of it actually scares the fuck out of me. Like, this is my point. There are so many examples where people lost their fucking shit over this sort of stuff, right? And I'm not just, I'm not pointing fingers and fuck knows what else, right? But there are some people, a lot of people out there that lose their shit over this sort of stuff. To have something like a new Half-Life come out, and it be shit or mediocre or even voted. Oh, look what. All right, another example is look what happened to Jim Sterling when he gave Breath of the Wild a good review. And because it wasn't an 8 or a 9 or whatever, a 10 out of 10, and look what fucking happened, and oh my god, to think what would happen. Because anger and impulsive behavior are a huge part of the human psyche, shamefully. And you got the anonymity of the fucking internet, so you can just do that shit regardless. Yeah, we're in the era of bitching. Exactly, but you see where I'm coming from, though, guys. I mean, I personally, I don't like it myself. I don't like the fact that I have to talk about gaming in this way, because when I was growing up and everything, it was nothing like, well, we had some people like this, but they were either shunned out the fucking door or they were just told to blatantly fuck off. But now we have the internet where basically troglodytes like that can fucking go about free will. Oh, it's horrible now. Yes, indeed. But the thing is that at least... The thing is, Jiv, what I used to like about those sort of days and what I do sort of miss is when you shut your front door or whatever, you know, or closed your magazine or whatnot, you could just go and play your games, you know. You didn't have all the type of distractions and everything. Like, once you shut the door, that was it. The world's noise was gone. You know what? Funny enough, I've talked about this with Bunny Hyperloo a few times. Like, you know what, one thing I truly love about the Nintendo Switch, and I know this is gonna sound fucking crazy, right? But it has sort of, one thing I seriously love about the Nintendo Switch, for now, anyway, until we start getting YouTube apps on it and Netflix and whatever. What I love about the Nintendo Switch more than anything, I know this will change. Like I just said, that there will be YouTube, there will be Netflix, all the networks, blah 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 blah. They will eventually come to the Nintendo Switch sooner or later. But what I love about the Nintendo Switch more than anything is it's just a games console. It's not a multimedia machine. It's not this multimedia fucking box. It's nothing more than a games console. And I think the internet, considering how internet-centric a lot of things are, right? Which, you know, which I don't hate because it gives me the ability to talk to you guys. You know, and it gives me the ability to do what I love and everything. I don't hate that. But as far, you know, like when you turn on a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, or even most times your PC, and you just get bombarded with internet bullshit, you know. With the Nintendo Switch, as for the moment, you don't have that. You just don't have that. It is a games machine. If you want the multiplayer online stuff, it's there, but it's not as invasive. And that's the same thing with the shop and everything. It's there, not as invasive, not as shoved in your face. You know, if anyone remembers what the Xbox 360 used to be like, Jesus Christ, adverts everywhere. It's not shoved in your face over and over again, at least for now. It's not shoved in your face. And you do get patches, but they're honestly, like, patches and firmware and everything on the Switch so far is so small and so fucking fast, like you barely even see them. No shit. And that's what I mean. Like, it's got the internet to the point where it's useful, but not invasive. And it's a games console, first and fucking foremost. And that is what I miss. Like, when I turned on a PlayStation 4 for the first time, it was like... oh no, you have to connect to the internet. You have to do this. You have to do that. And it took fucking forever. And sometimes it still takes forever to this day. Same thing with the Xbox One. It takes sometimes... Oh, like the other day, I went to go and play Titanfall 2. First thing it tells me to do, and okay, yeah, I know we live in the internet age and whatnot, but first thing I had to do, download a 6 GB fucking patch for the Xbox One. Okay, done. Then, furthermore, a 9 GB patch for the fucking Titanfall 2 game that I wanted to play. It took like over an hour, and by the time that I fucking got there, I had lost all interest in playing the fucking game. And it happens so fucking much. Or like, because believe it or not, even on an Ethernet cable, the PlayStation 4 is still slower. It takes forever to download these fucking things. And with the Nintendo Switch, you just don't have that. And it's a games console, and all you do is play fucking games on it, like you should be doing with a fucking games console. You know, that's what made me laugh when it first ever got launched, was like, oh, all you can do is play games on it. That's what you're meant to fucking do on a games console. It's just brought that tiny little bit back, and I really like that. At least for now. I mean, I know I've said this like twice, but at least for now, I have no doubt that they're going to bring out apps for it, like Twitter and Facebook for it, and, you know, YouTube and Netflix and Hulu and everything, but my fucking god, am I gonna be... It's gonna be a sad day, I think, personally. Just me, personally. Just me. When that happens. Honestly, it's gonna be a sad day, to me at least, when all these apps start coming out for the Switch. In fact, so it just gets on my fucking nerves half the time, like... The internet always going, no, you've got to buy this. No, you've got to do this. No, what about your friends? What about your posting? What about this? What about that? Like, internet, all fucking invasive, you know? I don't mind it being there, and I like patches. I don't mind DLC if it's good content, and I don't mind a lot of things. But that's what I mean. I like it being there as an option, not as this invasive piece of shit all the goddamn time. Oh, I have saved my game though, Solo. Sorry if I've been ranting like at the last of this, because I was gonna actually stop a little while ago, but I thought I'd sit here and talk to you guys for a while. And thanks for listening and everything. So I mean, what about you guys? What do you guys think of what I said? What did you guys think of what I said? Like, what are your opinions on it all? Do you mind the internet being as prevalent on a console or on a PC or whatnot? You think I'm talking out my fucking ass when it comes to Half-Life 3? You know what, Jiv? You know, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing about the fucking, I want Nintendo to make a regular console. Here's a fucking idea. Get a Nintendo Switch, sell the fucking Joy-Cons, get yourself a Pro Controller, boom! Fucking regular console. There you go. There's the best retort right there for I want a normal traditional console. I really hate that fucking argument like, just what you have to do, regular console. You can have the regular console if you want to. Oh, thank you very much, Solo. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Switch is so weak that day one it had a 1080p 60 frames a second game. Right out of the box. Yep, weak console. Totally weak console. It's a weak console because it has 60 frames a second Bomberman. It's completely and utterly, it's so fucking weak that it can have the Unreal Engine 4 and Unity and everything, you know. Yeah, exactly, Solo. That's my point. That's one of the reasons for my channel is, to me, I just play the games. That's all that I do is I just play the fucking games. That's why I like being a multi-console. I like being a multi-console gamer and everything. I don't like to. There's as many of you know, there was a one time in my life for about 2 or 3 months that I was a little shitty fanboy, and that was when I was like 13, 14 years old, and it nearly made me miss out on one of the greatest consoles of all time, in my opinion, the Dreamcast. And ever since, I have never been like that again. I just can't stand it. Like, it's like, especially nowadays, like you can pick up like a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One for about 140 to 160 pounds each, and there's no reason why you can't play on both, or it's impossible or whatnot. People spend more on fucking trainers. You know what I mean? They could go without a pair of trainers and actually get best of both worlds, but no. I'm gonna stand behind my brand because I'm brand loyal, motherfucker, you know. Exactly, Solo. Like, I'm just like, I'm fine, you know, if you want to go be fanboy, like, I'm just gonna play on my Sega Saturn. You know, that's basically it. I'm gonna be quite happy here, you know. Honestly, like, I am hoping, because one thing that I was very happy to see, one thing that I do want on the Nintendo Switch is Virtual Console, because I remember seeing Game Gear games out for the Nintendo 3DS, and I hope that they bring those games over to the Switch, because God, I would fucking love that. Like, Game Gear games, GameCube games, so many games galore, you know. Yeah, but you will in your own time, Solo. That's the thing. Like, it's like this. Oh, what was it? I heard this term and I can't remember from who. Said about thirsties, like everyone wanting to be first and everything, and like they have to get this shit and they have to do this and have to get all the DLC and they have to, you know, get all that stuff. Like thirsties. Not thirsty as in wanting a drink, thirsties as in like they have to be first to get everything, you know. But like, I don't blame anyone for waiting, because like that's what I do. I wait all the damn time. I'm just like, no, not thirsties, like thirsties. Oh, and I'll spell it out. Like thirsties. Like, they have to be first, you know? I wasn't having a go, Solo, I was just saying. Yeah, Doom 2016. I really like Doom 2016. I just wish I could fucking stream it. You know, it kind of annoys the shit out of me that I can't fucking stream it. Well, not properly, anyway. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night now. Thank you very much, all of you, for your company. Oh. You change that for... Yeah, sometimes. The worst thing, Solo, with a British accent is that everything sounds like it's got a H. Everything. It sounds like it's got an extra H to everything. Like, you just say, like, glove, and it sounds like it's got, like, like an O-H-H-H-H-H on it. Like, glove, you know? Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it an end to my stream tonight. Thank you very much for all of your company and listening to me rant and fuck around on this game. It's always awesome to do that. If you want to keep updated on my stream, then please follow me on my Facebook, my Twitter, or my Instagram. The links are also in the panels. And thank you very much. It's been, honestly, it's been really awesome, this stream. Even though I am really not feeling all that great today. I'm really glad that I come on here still. Thank you very much, everyone, for your company, for enjoying the ranting, for, you know, getting involved in the conversation. It's really fucking cool, because I don't want it to just be like, I am the only voice that matters, as your voices matter too, you know, and I'm really fucking glad that, you guys take it on board. But anyway, take care of yourselves. I should hopefully be on tomorrow. It might be a late one tomorrow, though. So, yeah, Mario. We say it Mario, not Mario. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Hopefully see you tomorrow. I'll let you guys know what time I'm going to be on, because it's going to be a bit of a busy day tomorrow. And hopefully see you all tomorrow. It might be a late one, though. I'll let you guys know on my social media. So please follow me on there to make sure that you keep up to date. And I shall see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Goodbye, and have a good night or day wherever you are. Take care.